Kirby. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing this makeup look. It is a full face of using nothing but e.l.f. cosmetics. If you are interested to see how I got this dewy green dramatic eye look, then please keep watching. We're just going to do a one brand full face video. I have been seeing a lot of these and I own a lot of makeup that I'm trying to use up, so I figured, why not? Some of these products were gifted to me, however, the majority of them that I'm actually using in the video, I have purchased myself. The ones that I might use in the video that were gifted were only like one eyeshadow palette. The rest I have purchased myself over the months and years. I really like e.l.f. I'm an OG e.l.f. fan. I think that they are affordable and quality. So yeah, let's just get into it. To start, I used one of their sheet masks. I used the lemon infused brightening mask, like a halo for your face. I didn't even know that e.l.f. had these sheet masks, to be honest. They're $2. So this one, brighten up with this lemon infused sheet mask that leaves your skin looking clear and refreshed. Use this sheet mask to help brighten dark spots, pigmentation, and dullness. Leave on for 10 to 15 minutes. Pat in remaining serum into skin. You guys, these sheet masks are juicy, like super juicy, like juicy. There's still like a lot of the serum in here, so I might keep it to like use it throughout the week, but the sheet mask itself is super soft, and like it was dripping as I was putting it on my face. I like a good sheet mask, honestly. Like, I like a good mask, but sometimes masks can get a little messy, and like sheet masks are just so easy to like, you know, and like no washcloths are needed, no like water is needed. But yeah, it is juicy. Like, my face is still really juicy. So let's fan myself off a little bit before we get into primer. The primer that I'm using is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I featured this primer 2 Aprils ago, not this past April, but April of 2019 for my April dupe series. It is a dupe for the Touch of Silk canvas. It's super nice. It's very lightweight. It's pore filling. They actually came out with 2 new formulas of this as well, matte and luminous. I haven't tried those yet. I just use the regular poreless putty primer. I also think that this one comes in like a little travel liquid size, like squeezy bottle. I'd be interested to see what that is about. The foundation that I'm using is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. It has an SPF of 15 in it. It has a satin finish, oil-free. I really like this. This is actually the foundation that I kept in my kit. It's only like $6 a bottle. You can find it at most major retailers. But what I really like about this is that it leaves a very natural finish on the skin. It does not oxidize too much, and I just know how it's going to react to dry, oily combination skin tone or skin types. And it has a very large range of colors. There aren't a large range in the store, but online they carry, I don't know how many shades they carry. Let me look. So online, it says that they carry 40 different shades, which for a drugstore brand to carry 40 different shades from fair to deep rich, and have multiple different undertones like cool, neutral, warm, that's a large shade range for $6. I think that's pretty good. Also, I really like them too because if you're like in between shades or you can't find your perfect match, the foundations really mix well together. So if you have to pick up 2 bottles to make your perfect match, they mix really well together and they apply evenly afterwards. The shade I'm going to be using right now is Natural, previously Porcelain. I might have to mix it with another color or two. This bottle in particular is running out, so hang with me. I'm also using the e.l.f. Total Complexion sponge. I also really like this sponge too. It's big, it works well, it's a beauty sponge. I would say as far as coverage goes for this foundation, it is like medium buildable. It's not necessarily full, but it's not sheer, but you can build it up like layer upon layer. My skin has kind of been acting up lately too, so I've been trying to use like more sheer like coverage foundations to just like let my skin breathe a little bit. Sometimes whenever my skin is like having a moment and having some, you know, situations on it, if I use like a really heavy coverage foundation, my skin just doesn't have a chance to like breathe. But whenever I use a lighter coverage foundation, you know, like my skin I feel like is a little bit more relaxed. Usually lighter coverage foundations like have skincare mixed in with them, so it's a little bit of a better experience for my skin. Personal opinion. So if you do see some situations poking through, that is because we're just having a time in my life where my skin needs a break. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm going to use their e.l.f. Shape and Stay, what is this? Brow pencil, which it's basically just like a wax pencil. Doesn't have any color, and it says to use it after brow gel. However, I like to use powders for my eyebrow, and I've noticed using this on top of powders doesn't always jive too well. So I'm just going to brush a little bit of this on the fronts of my eyebrows and the tail. And it really just helps to kind of like keep the eyebrows in place. Run a spoolie through it. And then with a small angled brush, I'm going into this all over face palette. This like, it's an all-in-one palette essentially. And I'm taking some of these dark brown colors, and I'm just going to lightly fill in my eyebrows with them. Now we're going to move on to eyeshadow. I like to prep my eyes in concealer. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in their matte formula for my eyes. I'm using the shade Light Sand. I like using a matte formula on my eyelids because I feel like my eyelids kind of tend to get a little bit more on like the oily side, and so using a matte concealer really helps to kind of control all that. I actually really like the Hydrating concealer. We're going to be using that one underneath the eyes, but one step at a time, Kirby. So blend that out. Blend, 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 blend. The eyeshadow that we're going to be using, look at how cute this is. We're using this bite-sized eyeshadow palette. This color is in Hot Jalapeno, but they have so many different varieties of these little eyeshadow palettes. These are $3. Like, you can't beat that for an eyeshadow look. They have a lot of like neutral palettes or neutral color schemes. They have smoky eye color schemes. They have all kinds of different wonderful everyday eyeshadow color schemes in these little like bite-sized eyeshadow palettes for $3. Like, I'm not mad at it for sure. So we're gonna see if this can carry a look on its own. I'm going to pick up this dark green color on just a flat shader brush, and I'm gonna pack that all over my lid. We're gonna try something a little different today, and we're gonna go dark to light. Ooh, they're pigmented. Alright. I did not set the concealer on my eye, because we're just, you know, winging it. This is gonna be dark, dark. Okay. Alright, so may I make a statement before we continue? Okay? When I swatched this little bite-size swatch, these two mattes, because I swatched it for a picture, because I feature products on my Instagram. That's no surprise if you follow me, which you should. So I swatched this for an Instagram picture, and I can tell you that a finger swatch on my arm did not show up this pigmented. Like, this is coming to play. The swatches did not, for sure. So this is a little surprising, and I hope that it blends out, because I was not anticipating it being like this. So if this is a little bit more of a dramatic green eye look than I thought it was going to be, like, apologies, apologies. Bear with me. because we're all working through this together. Thank you so much. Now we're going to take this other matte green shade, the like lighter medium matte green, and I'm taking a fluffy like tapered round blender brush, and I'm going to try and blend out this harsh edge of this dark green. Well, they seem to blend well, so that's good. Now see, also this is really surprising because like this is showing up a lot more dark than I thought it would, and I don't know if that's just because it's mixing with that dark green or not. We're working through it, you guys. We're working through it. I like it though. I'm not disappointed by it. Now I'm taking a clean blender brush and I'm just buffing that out towards my eyebrow to see what we got going on here. You know what this would be really good for? Like a Poison Ivy look or like a Cruella de Vil look. And I'm doing Cruella de Vil for Halloween. So this is gonna be like, this eyeshadow palette is gonna come in real handy for like the Cruella de Vil look. And for $3, not disappointed. Okay, I'm going into that Total Face palette and I'm taking some of this like highlighter setting powder situation. And I'm buffing that underneath my eyebrow. Okay, I'm just gonna do like a little bit more blending. So again, initial thoughts of this, you may need a helper shadow or like a helper powder to blend some of the harshness out. But guys, I'm not mad at this. This can be like a test run for my Cruella de Vil look because like, I'm not mad at this at all. I do wish it was like a little bit brighter, but we can work around that with like some white pigment underneath. I'm excited for it. Okay, we're gonna brighten this up a little bit. I'm gonna use this lime green shimmer shade, and I'm gonna put that on like the inner third. I'm not gonna lay any concealer or anything down because I wanna see how it works on its own. Okay, you pigmented too. Everybody's pigmented. All right, that's also not what I was expecting. It's also not what I was expecting either. Again, not mad at it, it's just catching me off guard a little bit. Now we're entering some like Wicked Witch-ness. What do we think? Do we like the all matte, dark, vampy look? Or do we like the little pop of like green? Let me know in the comments. 10 out of 10, highly recommend this bite-size eyeshadow. $3, people. Moving on, what do I want to do now? We're going to do some concealer underneath the eyes. I'm going to be color correcting just a little bit. I'm using the e.l.f. color correcting stick in Correct Dark Circles. This is for light skin tones. It's like a peachy color. And I'm just putting that on like the very inner corner where I have like the most issues. Taking my sponge, blending that out a little bit. Trying to keep it really concentrated where like I have the discoloration underneath my eyes right here. And then using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is a satin finish. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of it. I really like it for underneath my eyes. I think this is $6 as well. It has fairly decent coverage for being a drugstore $6 concealer. The only thing that I will say is that I do find it a little hard to color match. The website, or their website, e.l.f.'s website, has like this color matching thing, this like True Finder, and I inserted like 2 or 3 different other brands concealers in there, and I got like different shades every single time. And then I went to the store and I like looked at the boxes and I looked at the tubes, which isn't always a fair assessment, like just looking at the tube. But the one color that they said that I was, it looked like really pink, and I was like, I just don't think that's for me. Then the other color that they said I was looked really orange, and I was like, I don't think that's for me either. So I took a chance on the light sand and it worked out. I'm going to go into that all over face palette, and I'm taking that setting powder. It's a little shimmery, So I'll call it a finishing powder, but I don't know if I would really consider it one, on a very large eyeshadow paddle brush, and I'm just going to lightly set underneath my eyes with that because I'm using a cream blush and cream contour. So I don't necessarily want to set my whole face or get that powder everywhere, but I also don't want like a whole bunch of creasing underneath my eyes. All right, we're doing cream, blush, and contour today. The products that I'm using for contour today is this e.l.f. foundation palette. This is in medium dark. I think I'm going to take like these two colors and see what I can do with those. What brush do I want to use? Use this one. So we're just going to very carefully and gingerly go in with these top two shades and then blend out. Gonna blend that out with a buffer brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of spray on it. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist. Just a soft glow. I didn't want anything too harsh. We're not going to like a party or anything. And plus, a mask is going to cover up most of it, so I'd rather have like nice dramatic eyes than like, you know, crazy harsh contour. So, moving on to blush, we're going to use the e.l.f. HD blush. This is in the shade Headliner. This is super duper pigmented, so use sparingly. Put it out on a like palette or some foil or like a plate or whatever first. Then, you know, use your finger, blot it off a little bit, then apply to your cheek, then blend it out. For highlight, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Jelly Highlighter. I also used this in an April dupes video. I think this one went up this past April, comparing it to the Farsali Jelly Beam highlight. This one is a little bit more on like the liquidy side rather than the jelly side compared to the Jelly Beam. However, it's still a nice highlighter. Again, very, very pigmented as well, so you do not need to use a lot of it. So last is lips, eyeliner, and lashes. I'm going to, before I do that, set my face a little bit with some spray. I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist. For my lower lash line, I'm going back into that Bite Size Hot Jalapeno palette, and I'm going to take this second matte shade, the lighter matte shade, on just, this is an e.l.f. eye crease brush. It's just a tiny blender brush. I really like these for my lower lash line. And I'm just buffing that along my lower lash line to give a little bit of definition without using liner. And then I'm going to take an angled brush, and I'm going to take this gold shimmer shade in the Hot Jalapeno, and I'm going to put that on the inner third of my lower lash line. This might not be the right brush for this. I need a new brush. We're taking another small round blender brush. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just putting that on like the inner third of my lower lash line to give it like a little pop, you know, a little something something. For liner, I'm using the e.l.f. Cream Liner in black. And I don't think I'm going to do a wing because I'm notoriously terrible at doing wings, but I do think that I'm going to make it thicker on the outside and bring it in. I use this cream liner a lot in like my cartoon looks and my Halloween looks because it is nice and creamy and it defines really well and it's nice and pigmented and it doesn't skip that much, plus it's affordable. I don't use it much as like an actual liner a lot on like the everyday regular, but that's just because I like a liquid liner rather than a cream liner. So now we're going to do mascara. I have this e.l.f. mascara in black. This is just like their basic of the basic mascara. So we're just going to do a quick coat. I'm going to do lips, and then we'll do lashes off camera because I don't know if I have any e.l.f. lashes currently on me. But the lip that I'm going to use is their e.l.f. Lip Lacquer. This is in the shade Natural. I don't necessarily know if they have this nude shade anymore, but they do have a lot of other good shades in their Lip Lacquer line. Like they're clear and they're bubbles, which is like a sparkly clear. They also have like bright reds and berries and things. I really like their lip lacquer. It wears really nicely. I love this natural color. It looks so nice like as a nude on me. Personal opinion. I'm going to do lashes off camera because I don't think I have any e.l.f. lashes with me, but I do want to talk about their lash holder. This is the e.l.f. lash holder. It can hold 3 pairs of lashes and has a big old mirror in it. This is really great if you wear lashes all the time and you are out in the wild, you are out in public, and you either need to take them off or check them or keep a backup or take them off and put them somewhere. Lashes can be expensive. You don't necessarily want to be out somewhere and like, especially at the club or like out at a party or, you know, dinner or wherever. I mean, not that anybody's going a whole bunch of places currently, but with like your lash falling off and then you have to throw them away or put them in your dirty bag, like, no, that's not cute. So their lash holder, I don't know, I think I got this for $2.50 because it was on sale, but I think it's like $5. It's a good investment to be able to put 3 different pairs of lashes in there. You might even be able to fit like a mini glue. It has a huge mirror. Again, if you're wearing lashes and you're going out into the wild, be sure that you have something to put your lashes in if you have to take them off or if they're irritating your eyes or something. Guys, have a backup plan. That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna put lashes on and do my hair, and then we will be back for some final thoughts. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. She's dewy, she's fresh, she's a little dramatic, and I love it. So I totaled up the products that I used, the prices of all the products that I used, all the e.l.f. products that I used, and it came to about like $87, $90, so under $100 for a full face, from sheet mask to setting spray. I will link all of the products that I used down in the description box below, and if they do not make the product anymore, I will link the products that are closest to it that I used in the description box below. This is not a sponsored video. I was gifted some products, but this is not, like, I'm not getting paid to say any of this. I'm just an OG e.l.f. fan. I wore a bunch of e.l.f. makeup for my wedding. Like, I really like their products. I think that they are quality products. I think that they are affordable. If I am not mistaken, I believe that most, if not all, or the majority of their products are they're all cruelty-free and vegan. I know that a majority of their products are vegan as well. So yeah, I just think that sometimes like drugstore brands get like a bad rap for being like drugstore brands, and it's like, the same quality standards go for them as well as the high-end brands. So I don't know, I just think that doing a full face of like drugstore brands is really great. I might do some more of these videos in the future. I like this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below, do you have a favorite e.l.f. product that you use? Let me know in the comment section. As I said before, I will link all of these products in the description box below, so if any of them tickle your fancy, you can check them out on your own time. However, again, I do highly recommend the bite-size eyeshadow. Like, people, $3 for this. $3. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up. As always, please be sure to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. I would hate for you to miss out on any more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys.